Folks, Brian here with you with BubbaTanicals again. And it would seem that my little game of catch up with the bees since I've been sick, they beat me to it again. So the same hive that threw a swarm last time just threw another swarm. I was going to Home Depot when I came out and heard the noise, and this is what's going on. I've only got this on just really for the annoyance factor to keep them out of my face. There's a lot of bees flying around, and I thought you guys might like to check that out. We're just going to walk through this cloud of bees here. Looks like we do have a cluster that's forming in a tree right there, so we're going to check that out and see how it looks. As you can see, tons of bees here. I mean, just like all over the damn place. Bees everywhere. And right there, in that tree, is where the cluster is forming. You see a lot of bees up on these branches here. Eventually, this whole mass here will calm down, and they'll all coalesce in a big clump right there, where they're looks like they're settling in. And then, hopefully, if I'm not a complete tool, I can get them out of that tree and hive them up. Maybe salvage one of them. You can see here there's a bee on my thumb, and they're really not interested in anything I got going on. They're trying to get up there. They have nothing to defend. Alright. Okay. So you guys stay tuned and we'll see what we can do with this thing. Alright, so it looks like I was successful the first time around, which is really cool. Got the whole get-up on here because I was pulling that hive that swarmed apart, and it was just rife with other queen cells. So I made use of those, and I put a frame with some queen cells in each one of these nukes, which will give them a head start, and that way I know for sure that they'll have a good queen in there, because each one of those frames had like 4 or 5 of them. So this is the bucket of bees. I don't know if any of you guys can spot the queen in there. I sure can't. But if you step back and see, I know she's in there because all these bees that are flying around are slowly drifting down into the bucket. And here it actually looks like there's a smaller cluster that fell over here on the ground. Yeah. That's possible. This is enough bees here that it might be that could be the queen there. I doubt it though. It looks like they're kind of thinning out a little bit. So yeah. I guess we'll wait and see. So we'll check back in a few minutes. Alright, thanks. Okay, so we've got all the bees in the bucket finally. Bucket of bees, one of Colonel Sanders' lesser successful ventures. And we're going to take that bucket of bees and we're going to dump it in that box over there. So this should be cool. Hopefully these other bees won't light me up because I'm not really dressed for it. It's hot out here.
I'll point out I'm not wearing anything.
Sweet.
Not like that.
So what I've got in here, let's see. I stole a frame of brood and a frame of honey, and then I'm going to have a feeder full of syrup here. And then when we put these bees in, we're going to close it off for about 4 days so that the queen starts laying, so that they start building wax, and that way they'll kind of take ownership of that hive. These bees have been queenless for about a week. They're in a nuke, so I'm not worried about them fighting. They don't really have any allegiance whatsoever. Alright, so this will be fun. Good times.
I'm going to back up just a little.
Real gentle. And we'll take this over here. have to grab one of them, and then we dump.
Do you have to shake it? Apparently. Honey, I'm gonna make a beat for it, okay?
You're gonna what?
Feet off! Going away!
Yeah, I'll grab it. They're just confused.
I
That's
don't
all.
blame them!
So here's our cloud of bees. I actually did see the queen in the in that bucket not too long ago. Man, I got a ton of bees in that feeder. That sucks. All right. Yeah, put the feeder in later. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of them in here already fanning. So, good time the queen's in there. I don't see too many of them fighting, so that's all good. And I'm going to take some blank foundation, shove it in there between that stuff, and close it up. Alright. And then we'll call this thing done. Thanks for watching.
You like it out? Alright, so this is the swarm that Brian collected today. You can see we still have a few bees in the air. But they're all being pretty friendly.
Yeah, the ones you gotta watch out for are the ones that are already in established hives. They get a little pissy if you're too close.
Yeah, but these guys, I don't have anything on. Brian's got a set on.
And that's really just to keep them out of my face.
Yeah.
And I've already been stung on my head already, so.
He sprayed himself with Windex.
It was the only thing I could find with ammonia in it. And it hurt. So.
You can see they're really just trying to find home. They're doing a good job of it. And we are all thinking happy thoughts. Just got pegged in the back of the head.
Oh.